with Sean Dixon. Well, Sean, what a great win here at Lords today.
Yeah, thank you. It's nice to come to a place like this and put in a performance like we did today. Always good to have Riley as a little bit of a weapon. All credit to him. He did really well to us today.
Just how good was that bowling performance by all of the bowlers?
Yeah, I think it's a funny game we play. It could have gone either way, but they just put the ball in the right area today, and they definitely got their reward.
How did the pitch play? I mean, it didn't look straightforward for batting.
Yeah, it looked tough up front. Definitely for both teams it looked tough, but hard to say because it's not really been that good here over the last couple of years. But yeah, I think you've got to play the situation. Boys bowled really well up front, and we got our reward luckily. So yeah, I think it's just a typical Lords pitch really.
This was a really big game for Somerset. You needed to win to be sure of qualification, and you put in one of your best performances of the whole campaign. That must give you particular pleasure as captain.
Yeah, I think every game's a big game, to be honest. This one was important for us. We wanted to give ourselves an opportunity to get a home semi, which hopefully we've done enough for that. But yeah, I'm over the moon for the guys. They played really well over this campaign. Hopefully we can put two good performances in a semi and a final, and get some silverware.
And some words about the two batsmen who saw it through at the end, Lewis Goldsworthy and James Rue. Another terrific partnership between the pair of them.
Yeah, they're just showing how they're just growing in the game, growing with experience, and it's just great to see. James is going off to play with the Lions now. Gold has had a really good run of form for Leicester, so he's really come out of that better for us, and he's a great player. He's put in another good performance today. But yeah, I mean, Boom's also another one up front. He's been a really good rock for us this year. So yeah, we're just dovetailing really well as a batting unit, which is handy. But like I said, hopefully 2 more performances and we can lift some silverware.
What does it feel like to be captain of a side that's won 6 out of 8 after last season only winning 3 out of 8?
I can't really comment on that because it's obviously I'm really happy for the boys. It's something we work hard for, and it just shows you the depth of the squad. Take us back another year, and we had a really in-depth conversation at Gloucester, and it just shows you how losing 11 players in this competition, how we can all stick together, and the depth that Somerset has, it's immense. So yeah, I mean, all credit to them. They've played beautiful cricket. They've made my job easy.
Well done. Thanks very much.
Thank you. Do not need me anymore.
No, that's fine. That's yeah. Well, Paul, what does it feel like to be the coach of the side that's qualified now for the Metrobank One Day Cup, especially considering how many players Somerset have lost to the 100?
Yeah, I think pride's probably the best word to describe it. I think these guys deserve so much credit for the way they've gone about their business over the last 2 or 3 years. I think they've earned the opportunity to be able to be in these sort of positions through the hard work that they've done behind the scenes in the winters to try and get their games in a place that now we're getting to see out on the field on a regular basis. So ultimately just extremely proud. Wooden
Spoon 2 years ago, probably a home semi-final this time. It's quite a transformation, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is, and I think from my point of view it's just an example of how much the group's grown, how you need to give people time to be able to perform at this level, understanding the levels of what's expected out on the field, how important all of that is, and also the impact of senior players over the last few years that would have hopefully given them those ideas, given those experiences. Maybe haven't got across the line on a few games in the past, but they've certainly learned from those experiences, and we're seeing that now.
How do you account for what's been a really dramatic improvement in performance over those 2 years?
I think ultimately the guys are just playing more cricket. They're playing more cricket at a higher level. They're getting to see what the expectation is, and they're delivering their skills more consistently. I think that's the big thing. I think it helps massively that we've got a really good balance to the squad. We've got a lot of bases covered. In terms of options we can use, we've been able to rotate our bowlers for the first time this year, which has been massive. So huge credit to all of the guys, the physio team, S&C team, to be able to keep these guys on the park and be able to be in a position where we can rotate them, because when you're playing 10 games or so in the space of 20 days or so, it takes its toll. So you can't just keep rolling out the same 11. I think that's a huge factor.
Now you've got either a home quarter-final or a home semi-final, and a question mark over whether James Rew and Casey Aldridge will be available for either or both of those possibilities, as they'll be playing with the England Lions. Casey Aldridge you can presumably replace with one of the other seam bowlers. James Rew, a bit more of a problem.
Yeah, it is. It's a lovely problem in a sense. The fact that these guys are getting recognition, and rightly so. I think James has taken his game to another level. I know probably hard considering from a Red Bull perspective how good he was last year, but in this competition I think you're just seeing someone that's so mature. He's finishing games off for us or getting us extremely close, and that again today was, dare I say, world class in terms of how he's approached that game. So massive credit to him, and Casey as well, well deserved in terms of the way he's gone at it. It's not always gone his way, and I think he's starting to build towards being a fantastic bowler in all formats, so well deserved from his point of view. They're nice problems to have, and there are certainly problems that I'm probably not going to look at until tomorrow. I think I'm just going to enjoy this moment for a little bit. Not that this is in any way an end point for us. I think the end point for us is another 2 or 3 games time, so making sure we stick to what we've done so far. But yeah, I'll be looking at those sort of decisions in the next couple of days.
But you haven't actually got another wicketkeeper in the squad. I mean, there's Thomas Rew, James's younger brother, as a possibility, and any chance that Tom Kohler-Catmull might come back from Welsh Fire?
I don't think we can rule out anything, to be honest. That's the good thing. We're in a position where we've got a little bit of time now because of the way that the fixtures fall. We've got a bit of time to be able to make some of those decisions, have some conversations that are going to allow us to field what we think is the best 11 for those teams. I mean, I don't know how it will fit with the Lions game, and if we go into semi-final, home semi-final, and the timeframes that are allowed in that. But again, like I said, we've got time and we've got the opportunity to be able to think about those, but we feel like we're in a lucky position that we're having those sort of discussions.
Bit of time as well for a bit of celebrating, I should imagine.
Yeah, I think so, definitely, but also the fact that I think it's really important that we see this as just a stepping stone, and that we look forward to, hopefully only 2 more games, but if it's 3, then it's 3, but we'll keep doing what we're doing, stick to those guns, be consistent, and hopefully we'll come out on the right side.